Morning. This is Nita with the Timepiece Garden. And there's Panda Dog. Everybody's out doing, wild critter of the woods. I know, you're telling me to get to work, huh? Again, she's a supervisor. You notice I'm over here, she's telling me to get to work. Garden 2. This is the first day this week that I'm actually going to be at home all day, and probably the only day. I start tomorrow off with stuff to do again. So, I am trying to stick with, in the morning I work on the established gardens, and in the afternoon I work on the garden that I'm building. That way nobody gets left out, because we're at that time of year. So what do I have with me? Everything. Everything. I need to work with my fencing. I need to get it from there actually on the green line. I know it only looks like 6 inches here, but it makes everything move, so that corner lines up. This corner should then line up, and then it should be a square, shouldn't have a jacked up corner here. Just that way I can put my T-posts in and just continue on. It was great for winter. It can't stay like this because I can't, I can't help hold the fence so it's not tight, but so it's taut, so I don't have droopiness like I have there, because it's just not taut enough. Which could allow the fence to ground out, and then I could have critter issues and yada, yada, yada. So that's one thing I want to look at fixing. The other thing I'm going to do is finish bricks. Does that make sense? I will probably start on the back row, and then finish with the last couple of bricks here on the side. I'm probably going to do bricks first. And then, work on the top row with those bricks. So that's what we're going to do. Panda, get out of Mama's garden. Panda, get out of Mama's... Panda, get out of Mama's garden. Thank you. You're such a good girl. I know, you're such a good girl. So, let me get busy. And there's Kitty Blaze. I don't know if you can hear him. He's meowing at me. Did you hear him? Meow? So, and the chickens are off over there. Anyway, yeah, I already gave them a treat, so they're not following me around. And then I've got a bunch of branches that fell back there on the outside of the fence, and I need to go ahead and get that stuff over. If you notice, my grass is green. Yay! But that also means that I'm going to have to mow soon. So I just need to go ahead and get that wood out of the way. So that's a lot to do in the morning before I go to get lunch. So let me get busy, and I'll talk to you later. All right, still got the bricks on this side. Yeah, but you can see where that log pretty much lines up with the bricks, which is what I was kind of hinting at earlier. I had to start at the other end to make sure that this line lined up correctly, because it's the right width between the log and the walking space in the fence. So yeah, bricks are in place. Yay. Whew. And this is the end that I had to work with, so you can see how close that brick is now to the blueberry. And you see where the burn mark is? That's how far the prior log used to come out. Which is why I had no walking space over here at this end of the garden, because it was too long for the fencing. So on down the line. And as I knew as I was moving it and getting reclaimed bricks or whatever, I would fix it. So it's fixed. It's still a little longer out than that one. You can see with that one, there's the green line, and you still have brick space. And here the bricks are literally on or covering the green line. Again, that was to make sure that end lined up. If I got to bring the cart in here, I come in through the gate and go there. Does that make sense? And come here. I'm never going to bring the cart around this way. So I'll end up having to patch this there and up here, which is fine. Bricks are in now. You can still see where I've got large gaps. So on down the line, part of that will be filled with as I'm moving the wood here, you can see where it's falling apart. Again, some of this stuff has been out here for 4 years. So I'll use like the shovel and stuff, and I'll make it all wood chippy and fill it in with wood chippy, and it'll just continue to break down. So what hugelkultur does, it makes dirt without rocks. And then the bricks are what holds it in place in the event of a deluge. Now strawberries, blueberries, everything that's over here doesn't like wet feet, doesn't like to soak in water. That's why there's no swell up above. Does that make sense? And no swell below. That's the highest point of the garden. It runs down this way, but it also runs across this way. So even water off the aisles tends to run off. It doesn't soak in like the swell for my garden that will water the trees. These guys don't like that. They like a little bit of watering and then just get on with it. So there's no concrete in any of the bricks here, never have been, never will be. So if there is an excess amount of rain and the water starts to puddle on the beds, it'll drip out between the rocks. It's always been like that. Even my other bricks over there, you can zoom in and see where there's gaps that will let any excess water out. All right, so I figured I'd just kind of show bricks are in place, except for that final wall. And I'm gonna go ahead and get that final wall in place and then look at what time it is, you know, and see if I'm gonna get that top row done. You know, I don't want to spend all day out here. I want to spend all day outside, but it's mornings in an existing garden, afternoons making that garden. So, life is awesome. And with that, talk to you in a few. All right, it's 1:45. Miss Panda says it's time to go in the house and get some lunch. And then, it's always one of those fun things when I do it. I'm probably going to come back out to this garden. I need to blow off all the stuff. You can see there's, you know, from where I've been digging, and it's just all the way down that whole back row. I'm throwing weeds out that were in the way, so on down the line. But I'm probably going to come back to this garden. And being that I have the side bricks now on both sides, front and back, makes sense. I need to fix the fence. Not all of it, but I need to fix it to the point that I don't have the wonky corner back here and I don't have the wonky corner up here before my asparagus get too large. Because I have to prevent them from being able to lean onto the fence and grounding it out. So, being that the bricks are in place and I can now do the fence properly, I'm going to do the fence. At least, you know? So, what's that mean? It means I'm probably going to spend the rest of the day in here. Because I'm going to go have lunch. I'm going to go take a break. And bring the batteries and the blower out for this. I'm going to leave all my tools out here. And, yeah, that's what I'm going to do. Might not take that long. Might take a long time. I don't know. It might just be another hour that I need to spend in here. But you know how it is when you can't make a decision? It's because I'm hungry. You know? It's lunchtime. So, yeah. It's the thought process. Lunch. Blow this off. Probably do the fence. I might actually go ahead and finish with the bricks. And that way the only thing that's actually left in this garden long term is weeding. And you look around and you're like, Nita, there's no weeds. Yeah, there is. There is right there. See that bright yellow? That is not calendula. It's a dandelion. Now, you know, long term and short term, normally when dandelion pops up, it means that there's some nutritional value missing in the soil. Okay, you know, I just fed everybody the dandelion can come out. And there are a couple of dandelions. There's a couple growing right there on the brick side, not on the garden side. I'm not weeding today. But, yeah, lunch. And then I might do the fence. I think that's what I'm going to do. And I'll talk to y'all later. It's 10 to 6. The supervisor and the chickens are telling me that I'm done. They're like, just knock it off, Mom. And I'm almost done. I want to blow it off a little. So, put the bricks on the backside. And then let's start down with this one so you can see my method of madness. Walk on, Panda. Walk on, girlfriend. Look out. Come on, look out. Thank you. So you can see where I came around and then put a brick here at the corner. And it was a regular size brick. So what I decided to do is, since I did it with this one, I'm going to do it with all of them. And you can see I put a brick there. I didn't put it in place yet. I've got a brick standing up over there so I could do the same thing. So wrapping the upper corner is a brick. So I did it here, wrapped the upper corner with a brick, and then started using all my flat ones. And at first I was just going to lay them flat. And then I decided to leave them up. And if it doesn't work, then I can lay them flat later. You know, I can always go back and lay them down flat as the wood rots down, because the ground level will sink down a little. But they're all the way down. And then wrapped with a regular brick here at top. Yay! So this first bed for the most part is done. I would like a second row of bricks across the bottom, but the whole goal with right now was just to get at least one brick in, especially on the bottom on the bottom, because as the logs rot, I don't want to lose my soil. Because the logs rot, they become more soil, and it just doesn't need to wash away. Panda, leave it. Panda, leave it. Thank you. So, top's done. Yay! Having said that, I have bricks left. There's 11 of them, which is awesome. So if you divide it and go 2, 4, 6, 8, or 9, 10, 11, I can do 3 bricks on each corner and then just 2 at one corner, plus their, goodness, Parthos, plus their extra corner brick there, which actually gets the full corner done on all of them. And then I'm done with bricks for this area. That's kind of awesome. You know, at some point in time I'll get more bricks and I will do something like this on the other rows. This just happens to be the important row. Again, I'm on a hill. This is my terrace, and should we get a deluge off the hillside, it'll hit these bricks first, and that'll help slow it down. And then my walkway, while it still slopes a little that way, it also slopes down that way. So the water would hit this and it would run off to the ravine that goes off all the way down there by the redbud. Before it ever hits the chicken coop, it all goes down that way. Long term, it'll go into the swell for that garden, but for now, it will never wipe out this garden. Not unless Noah's coming. So, having said that, it's time for me to clean up. I'm not going to do the corners today. So, I am going to blow this off. That way I don't have any little rocks out here poking holes when I walk in here. But I'm done for the day. You can see I still have weeds to do. Isn't that a pretty fuzzy wuzzy? Now, what's crazy is normally when he's all orange like this, it means a mild winter. Did we just have it, or are we going to get it? I don't know. It's still too early in the season for him to be showing out like that. But you can see, I still got weeds. I'm not weeding today. It was all about bricks. So, I'm going to go blow dirt off, and I will talk to you later.